Okay, so Blood of Zeus episode 2. Watched it yesterday. I was even thinking if I should even make this video because the episode itself wasn't as bad as the first one, so I don't have a lot of shit to express about it. The name is something about the past. It will be in the title. So yeah, in this one we get a little bit of character development. We find out that Heron's mother was actually a queen, and she was pregnant with 2 sons. And they both look the same. I mean, the son's babies. The only difference is one has brown eyes, the other has blue eyes. And the one with blue eyes is is Heron because he's a god's child. And the brown eyes is son of a king. And this king guy, this new character, is some tyrant piece of shit character that's abusing his wife, and basically episode portrays how Heron's mother got pregnant in the first place, and how Zeus is the biggest piece of shit out there, and basically the biggest piece of shit and a pussy on top of all of it. Zeus essentially saw while he was in his eagle form, or if the eagle was his camera, I don't know. He saw Heron's mother getting undressed and going for a swim, and he got a boner or something, I don't know. So the next day, or that same night, that same day at night, he entered her room as this king, as her husband, and he had sex with her. And so then the montage happened. One day he's all kind and caring and loving. The next day, of course, while he's Zeus, the next day he is this piece of shit character that beats his wife. So his mother, Heron's mother, realizes that despite them looking the same, that they're not the same person. So Zeus confesses that he's Zeus, but then, as when she gave birth to those boys, the king enters, and the king wants to see his child. And he sees the brown eyes, and he's like, yeah, this is my son. But then he finds out that there's another child, and he sees blue eyes, and he's like, this is another man's child. And I'm like, how is it possible for a woman to have 2 childs and 2 different two different fathers? I'm like, because this thing happened before we saw Zeus knocking up Heron's mother, It was funny. It was really funny. And the plot of this episode is that Hera, Zeus's wife, saw Zeus whoring around, and he saw him, or at least it seemed like she saw him, pardon me. That was a weird thing. I'm not really sure what to think of it now. she saw him have sex. And Zeus is like coming home, lying how he was hanging out with Poseidon. I mean, it's hilarious. They made Zeus like a random successful guy, like Tiger Woods or something. He can get all the pussy he wants. So he's trying to keep appearances up, He's trying to save his marriage for some reason. I really don't get it. So yeah, while Zeus is at with Heron's mother, Hera notices that with her spy camps or whatever, and Zeus tells Apollo to cover him. I mean, it's hilarious, Zeus tells his son to cover him, so his mother cannot see what Zeus is doing, despite her not being mother of Apollo. So yeah, Hera is not dumb. She realizes what happened, but for some reason didn't confront Zeus about it at all. She wanted to kill the Heron's mother and the child. So what Zeus did was put them under this gray cloud, under this darkness, so Hera doesn't know about it or cannot find them. So that's why they are these poor villagers instead of being a prince and a queen. So now you find out that Heron has a brother, older brother, like 2 seconds older brother. And then you also find out that his brother was killed by his uncle. So yeah, that's the dead end of that story. What else happened in this story? Yeah, I'm not sure if Hades actually showed up. Yeah, I would guess it was Hades, but we only saw the silhouette of him, and he kind of looked gay, if I'm being honest. Like emo gay. And yeah, we get the cliffhanger at the end of the episode with the dog with 3 heads, which means this is Hades most likely. Heron ends up with Alexia somehow. I forgot how. Yeah, also Heron has a confrontation with Zeus. He tells him he never wants to see him again. He acts like every other 18-year-old boy, or if he's 20, I have no idea. There's also at the beginning of the episode, he's on a task from that old man who is Zeus. He's collecting some silver metal or whatever. It looked like a coal to me, but it turns out it's star metal, like in Conan. So he collected it, and then the old man made a sword out of it, and that's some cool Olympian sword that Heron is gonna throw away because he found out that the old man is Zeus. So after that, when he finds out, he's all childish about it to his mother, of course, and then Zeus comes out from hiding because he's a bitch also, and confronts his son, but of course he has the flex that he has, like, that he's 2.5 meters of height. And then Heron tells him how he's disappointed or how he's a coward or whatever, and takes the sword and throws it away, and sword just sticks to a stone. So I'm guessing we are now getting Excalibur of some sort. Yeah, I mean, episode itself wasn't that inspiring to me. I felt like it seemed visually a little bit better, but it might be because I watched it on a bigger screen. I don't know. Yeah, nothing new to say, actually. It's still funny to see Alexia as a woman, centurion, leading these soldiers, basic soldiers, and yeah, I remember now. That was the very beginning of the episode, or maybe the half. I have no idea. She's leading these soldiers, and she has a map of some sort. I have no idea where did she get the map from or whatnot, but she has a map. And then I think she uses candle's wax and pours it on a map, and map discovers some godly signs or whatever, and it turns out that's the Olympian map or something like that, because Hades, or if that's supposed to be Hades, hunts all of her soldiers down, and she manages to escape, and at the end gets in touch with Hera. I'm guessing they thought about it like this. We have Heron, he's handsome, young, full of perspective, We need a female character for him, love interest. So let's instead of making two characters, one a centurion, the leader type of character, and one female character just to be a love interest, let's mix that two together. You, instead of paying two actors, you pay one, and you get two in one. So you get a centurion character that's rugged, experienced, smart, tactician, and stuff like that. And you also get a possible love interest. I'm guessing that's how it's going to go down. In this episode, we get new designs of demons. I mean, different versions of demons. It's the same design. That black negative or whatever approach it was. So yeah, that's all about the episode 2.